Hello, my podcast people, and thank you for joining me for your back it up. Another episode of my favorite podcast. If you are listening, tuning in, watching in, all the thingsing in, on the day that it drops, it is Monday, July 7th. What in the actual fuck? Monday, July 7th. So, I got Rupert here. No real updates because I'm recording this episode approximately 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. It's probably been about 3 minutes and 30 seconds after I recorded the last episode. That's episode, I think that was 671. And that episode dropped on the 30th. So the day I'm recording this right now, in this moment in time, it is the 23rd. I know I say talking about it, and I will keep talking about it because once is never, and also it's always new to somebody, which is the main topic of this episode. But Lex and I left for Stad, I guess I'll say, on the 30th. We get back on the 8th, so I'm recording this a little bit early. I decided that I'm going to record the episode that goes out on the 14th when I get back. So usually I record on a Monday, and then it goes out the following Monday. This time, or for that episode, I'm going to record on a Friday, and it will go out on Monday, but just because I will be gone the Monday before. We'll still be in Stad. So please pray for my jet-lagged brain. I am predicting some jet lag. But I really I cannot record something now that won't go out for another 3 weeks. Like it's too far away, right? Especially with the absolute shitstorm that we are living through right now. It continues to further my resolve as it relates to recording episodes, timely. Meaning not batching them, like not doing like 5 in a single day, just doing 1 each week. Because it's important to me to include these life updates. And that's really tough to do when you record a bunch of episodes in a single day. And if that's how you record, you do a bunch in a single day, no shade, no shame to you. Do you always? It's how I like to record. It's how I prefer to record. And if you are thinking about starting a podcast and you want to know my opinion, I do not like batching them for that reason. I've always said the same thing about creating social media content. I don't like batching it because I like the timeliness of it. If you want to batch, then I would also, for your social media posts, I would suggest that you go and look at the actual post and especially the caption right before you post it and be like, do I feel like this? Do I feel like that this day? Or am I feeling a little bit spicier? Am I feeling whatever? And just change the tone of it. Make sure the tone reflects how you're feeling, just to it injects some humanity, humanness, not humanity, inject some humanness into it. So I have talked about this before, but it's always new to someone. So I'm saying it again, and also using that as a very intentional segue into today's episode topic, which is that it's always new to someone. And it is a pretty simple and pretty, benign statement, but it's so true. And I think because it's so true and so benign, it's very easily forgotten or simply not even thought about. So Dr. Perry Nicholson, he has stopped chasing pain on Instagram. My self-appointed mentor, one of my self-appointed mentors, he was the first person to really emphasize this statement to me. And it really stuck with me, right? In the educational realm, particularly when you're teaching courses and you're sharing things online, especially that teaching courses part, you have this firm belief that the people you're talking to have already heard it and they've already heard what you're telling them, especially when I think back to my rock tape courses. Because real talk, the rock tape courses, they were phenomenal, right? Phenomenal education. But it was the same education just applied to a different tool, which is not a bad thing, right? It's honest and it's correct. But as the instructor, when people will be like, hey, I took the blades course, should I take the tape course? Or I took the tape course, should I take the blades course? Or I took the tape and blades course, should I take the pods course? I would be like, but you've already heard it. All right. And you already know, as I'm saying that, 2 things here. Number 1, once is never. So I'd have people, and that was really when I started believing that phrase, once is never. I'd have people come and they'd be like, oh, I knew it, but it was great to hear it again. Or I didn't actually realize that. Or I didn't see the connection between these things. Or the refresher was really great. Or I'm in a different place business wise. So I can apply this differently. Right? Once is never. Or I didn't hear you say that. And I'd be like, what? But I mean, I've taught, of course, hundreds of times. So of course I'm like, of course I said that. But they're hearing it once at the end of a really long day in a new environment. Once is never. The second part of that, which is the point of this episode, is that it's always new to someone. Right, this particular episode was inspired by one of my Tuesday Maestro mail emails that I sent out, and I received a response to it from my good homie Cadence. And she wrote, I love this, especially for people who have been protesting for years. Hearing the experience of someone going for the first time reminds us how important just the act of showing up and creating visible solidarity is. All right, so number one, big shout out to Cadence and everyone who wrote back to that email. Y'all were amazing. And if you're a podcast listener and listen to that was last week's episode. Or guys, when this goes out, it'll be like 2 weeks before that. But if you responded to that episode, which was How to Make People Care, episode 670, thank you for that. People shared it. People responded. Got really good feedback on that one. So number one, shout out to all of you. Big shout out to Cadence. And number two, what she said right there is the truth. Not just that she loved it, but that we forget that things are new to people. We forget that people are newbies. We forget the impact of doing these things. Right? Even if you feel like everyone knows something or has done something or has heard something, I promise you, it is new to someone. It is always new to someone. Right? We can take something as insignificant or trivial, inconsequential as a meme. Lex be sending me memes. We send each other stuff, right? And she'll send me stuff, and I'll be like, ma'am, that's from 5 years ago. But it's new to her. She's never seen it. We live in different ecosystems, different algorithms. Right? And I have done episodes about this before. Right? That we cannot, when I say this, I mean like recently, because it is so timely. We can't care about everything. It's impossible, especially the fact that we are exposed to everything now. We cannot care about everything. We cannot care about all the things. But what tends to happen is, for one reason or another, we start caring about new things, which means that those things are new to us, even if that thing is as old as fucking time. So the action item here is to remember that. Remember what it feels like to have something be new. Flip side of that, remember that it's always new to someone, to that end. Keep talking about things, even if you think everyone has already heard it or everybody already knows it. I promise you, they haven't. Not everybody has. And not everybody knows it. When I say, I'm literally talk about everything forever and ever and ever. I'm thinking, back to when I first started playing beach volleyball and taking lessons from Steven. I started in the beginner class. I had played in gym class, and I'm athletic, but I hadn't had formal volleyball. And at one point I was like, Steven, how do I hold my hands? I have a way that I've made up and I see it on TV, but is this actually correct? Don't even get me started on overhand serving. I was like, I played soccer. Can I throw a ball? Yes. Did I grow up doing that as my main sport? No. Right? It's always new to someone. It's something that's trivial. You think it's it's so basic and rudimentary and foundational. And I'm like, yes, that's why I have to know it. But I don't know it because I didn't live in that world. I bet, I talked to Lex about this. I bet you have no idea if you never played soccer, especially because it's so foreign. Most overhand things, I play basketball, so I have a rough idea for certain things. But I think the javelin as well. But most people don't do stuff with their feet. And so if I was go kick that soccer ball, so many people would probably kick it with their toe. And as I'm saying that, if you played soccer, you're probably cringing. And you're like, why the fuck would anyone do that? And it's why would they not? Why would they do something else? It's new to them. They literally have no idea. Right? So whatever it is that you care about or that you're trying to market, message, whatever. Oh, hit the mic. Literally talk about it forever and ever and ever and say the same things over and over and over again. I say the same shit over and over and over and over again. I promise you, it is always new to someone. And on top of that, people got to hear shit 11 billion times before they're ready to take action. Or before they can take action, before they care. Either way, keep saying it. Again and again and again. The flip side, and we're going to wrap this up. This is a short episode. I'm not mad about it. It's very hot in here. The flip side is to have grace with the newbies. All right, we say this every January. People are going to start their new gym routine. And it's be nice. Be nice to the people. Whenever I run my Instagram intensive, I'm be nice. New people coming in. Have grace with the newbies. I am not saying that it's easy to have grace, especially for things that feel so big to you. And especially for things that you're just fuck, this is a human rights thing. This is a big, this isn't some dumb little bullshit. But that's also subjective. Right? But I say that to say, I'm not saying it's easy. I am not saying it's going to be easy to have that grace or to stay calm. But if you want the newbies to keep caring, if you want them to join your side, join your team, join your thing, you cannot scare them away. You cannot shame them away. Right? People don't know stuff. People haven't seen stuff. People are living a very different life than you, filled with different things that they are seeing and hearing and learning and experiencing and caring about. Which means it's always new to someone. All right. That's all that I got for you. Gonna wrap it up there. Next week should be the recap of the Gstaad trip. I don't know. We'll see. It's literally so far away from the time that I'm recording this, but I appreciate you. You know where to find me if you need anything. You got questions, comments, concerns, additions, subtractions, requests, anything. Hit me up, 310-737-2345. It is my sideline, so it'll be green, but I promise it's me. Shoot me a DM at the Movement Maestro. I'd love to hear from you. As always, endlessly appreciative for every single one of you. Until next time, friends, Maestro